Alright, this is the completed office with the desk expansion in place. Quick tour of everything. Bunch of mess everywhere. Alright, so my internet comes in, my network stack, Ubiquiti, got my router switch there. Got my access point there, which I got to have another one on the other side of the house. That comes around to this Ubiquiti switch as well for these computers. I've got my big 55-inch 4K monitor with my 3 other 27-inch 1080 monitors. I've got surround sound hooked up to my main PC there. A 4K webcam there. My Yeti mic there. That's my main PC. It's a 12th Gen i9 with a 3060, RTX 3060. My secondary PC is a 11th Gen i7 with a 2070 Super. Mainly use it for virtual reality. Down here on the left, I've got my main file server. It's 12 core Xeon, 16 gigs of memory, and 14 terabytes strung across 6 drives. The middle one I use for virtual machines. It's also a 24 core. It has 32 gigs of RAM, I believe. I gotta double check on that. This last one, it's still a work in progress, but this is a blade server system. Got 2 blades in it so far. Each blade has 40 core processor split between 2 Xeons. Each one has 32 gigs of memory, which will be upgraded in the future. I still need to get a replacement RAID card to make all these drives functional. Like I said, that's a work in progress. Several other PCs down there. Can't see those too well, but those are other little pet projects I have going on. Up here, I got my old 4x3 monitor for my older machines. Just a regular TV. Let's hook up to a mixer. Got my downward facing camera hooked up for streaming from when I'm doing rebuilding anything really on my workbench here. This PC here is just another little pet project of mine. You see I've got a couple drives up here. Got Ubuntu, Windows 7 there. Got my Windows 10 drive here. When I want to switch out an operating system, I just pull the drive. That's why I got these external cables coming out. I just replace the drive whenever I want to switch operating systems, play with something new. I forgot about my storage on these things. So my main PC has 6 terabytes. Well, let me back up. My main drive is a 1 terabyte M.2. Then I have another 6 terabytes that's striped between 3 regular solid state drives. My other PC here has a 1 terabyte M.2 and an additional 2 terabytes striped across 2 regular solid state drives. A couple laptops there that I'm rebuilding one or making one functional for my dad, for him. This is another laptop I'm trying to fix up, make functional. It does boot in the BIOS, but it needs a lot of replacement parts. This one on top here, I'm waiting for this power adapter here is shot for it, so I'm waiting for a new power adapter to come in to test it out, see if it actually works or not. There's my Oculus Rift S. Hadn't used it in a while, but it's still pretty fun to play every once in a while. Got my 2 controllers for my PC. One's a Xbox controller, one's a Steam controller. I got my surround sound speakers up here, another pair there. There's one subwoofer there. The other subwoofer's down there behind my leg prop. Let's see. Got my little drawers full of just little miscellaneous parts. Several other PCs here. Most of these are i7s. Let's see, that's a Pentium, 4th Gen i7. There's another 4th Gen i7. 2nd Gen i5 there. which I'm going to be upgrading that eventually to an i7, maybe a 3rd gen i7. I can't remember what this one is, some variant of an i7. It's a Core 2 quad. I have XP on it. My Pentium 3 processor, my Windows 98 machine. Here's my Pentium 2 machine, and I use it for various older operating systems here. I got them all loaded on these little memory cards. But if it'll focus, there we go. So Windows ME, it's a bad one to look at. But when I want to change something, I just insert a different memory card in there and boot it up, and it works just fine. Each of those two has a gig of memory, and I can't remember off the top of my head what kind of video cards in them. I think a GeForce 2 and GeForce 3. My various laptops that I have refurbished, that they're all functional. Just got to decide what to do with them. Various monitors. Then my closet full of junk. I got all kinds of this little miscellaneous stuff in here. Got network wiring, old hard drives, DVD-ROMs, CD-ROMs there. A couple old, older mixers, FM tuners. This is a USB VCR for recording VHS tapes into digital format. The same way with this for cassette tapes. Hook them to my PC, I can record data off those. Box full of device, bunch of keyboards and whatnot up there. There's an old record player that can be connected to a PC to record music off old records. Box full of PC fans. Bunch of other little miscellaneous stuff. Hard drives there. Stack of network switches, and then over here you got a bunch of USB cabling. And of course you can read the labels. I don't need to explain every little box to you. I got all kinds of just junk in here, really. Of course I got LED light strips. Let's see if I can get a good view up. There they are. On the inside edge of the door here, so I have better lighting in here. It goes all the way around. And of course, let's see. Cut the big light off so I can show you guys what it looks like in here. The light's off. I've got all these lamps are controlled by Alexa. Alexa, stop. I can change the color of them, change the brightness of them. Those two lamps. I've got another lamp under my desk I'm not using right now. But I also have LED light strips under my entire desk here to give this a nice glow. And I'll change this so you guys can see it a little better. There we go. And that goes all the way around the underside of my desk. Of course I can change that color to anything I want to. I don't know why I keep on red, but it's just easier on the eyes. Of course I got another LED light strip under this shelf here. Give me a little more light on my desk area. That goes all around the bottom side of my shelf. And then I also have Alexa, turn on the Christmas lights. If I want a lower level light source, get those wrapped around the top side of the room. Of course I got my two cables here coming out of the ceiling. Looks a little tacky, but one is my fiber internet feed coming in. I've got a 1 gig fiber internet that gets converted to Ethernet on the outside of the house, and it runs through the attic and drops down in here, which comes to my router. I have a second port for a second internet for backup if I want. I am on the waiting list for Starlink. Who knows when they're going to send that out to me. Keeps getting delayed. I'm excited for it. So this It's my 8-port dual WAN router. I've got a fiber link coming down to my switch here. This is a PoE switch, 24-port PoE switch, which it feeds data and power to this access point, and then this second cable here runs back up through the attic and feeds my other access point on the other side of the house, because this one won't reach all the way over. It's supposed to be a ubiquity long range AP, and it does a fairly good job with the range, but like I said, it doesn't necessarily reach. I mean, it does reach to the other side of the house. You just, the signal starts to fade and starts to get a little spotty, going through all these walls and whatnot. Alright, so let's see. I know I'm forgetting something. All these other PCs, eventually I'm going to be doing other smaller videos on these other PCs. If you guys have any suggestions about what you want to see first, just let me know. I actually got a new toy in a couple days ago. This, let me cut the light on so you guys can see. This is a USB or floppy drive emulator. It takes, for like older machines, non-USB aware operating systems, it takes a USB flash drive and emulates a floppy drive with it. You got your floppy connectors there, onboard headers and whatnot. Basically just tricks it into thinking the USB drive is a floppy disk. That would be going into my Windows 98 machine. I actually got 2 of these. And put one in each of these machines. See how well they function. Don't know anybody that's used one yet, so I'm not sure how well they work. Alright. Of course, my printer and my scanner there. Bunch of video equipment there. Couple all-in-one PCs there. But this is the completed office. So you got my chair here, got my headrest, got my foot prop, which this foot prop can expand out another couple feet if I need it to. And I got my footrest under there. I got that orange light on my server. It's still functioning, but it's annoying. Got a motherboard under there, which is a 1st gen i7. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet, but I'll get something figured out with it. It's got all kinds of good headers on it. PCI slots, PCI Express. It's still got hard drive and floppy headers on it, along with SATA ports, so it's got a bunch of good connectors on there. So of course we got my HDMI switch here that's hooked to my second input on my TV or my 4K monitor there, and that's basically a switch between my main PC and my virtual reality PC, my file server and my virtual server. Switch between all 4 from that switch. That USB hub is connected to my main PC. Got this is a Blu-ray disc reader writer I've got connected to my PC. Because what I do is I get movies in. Got a little hobby of ripping movies. I got about 1,200 movies on my server so far. I use for just personal use. Playing around, watching TV, watching movies, you know, whatnot. Got my old school phone up there. This does still work. You can still call out on it and receive calls. And, well, you can call out on it if the provider accepts, you know, rotary dial tone. But that's pretty much it, fellas, guys, girls. So, still a work in progress. It's a ever-evolving room of clutter. If anybody has any ideas about what they want to see in the next video, let me know, because I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Next video will probably be these laptops, getting these things up and running. But who knows, I may find something to do before then. But let me know what you guys think, what you guys want to see. Give me your opinions, good or bad. Hope you enjoyed.